something I've been thinking a lot about is like a low-level shame, I guess I've been experiencing about like not being where I wanted to be by this point in life. Turning 31 and financially not having what I would have wanted to have at 31 has made me feel like I'm behind, or not being able to do for my family what I would like to do, and like having to depend on people to support me. And I've been door dashing, which also like makes me feel a little bit behind, because before like a week ago, it's something that I felt is not really lucrative, but you're just doing it because you need to. That's how I've been thinking of it. Like nobody would really do this unless they needed to. And I'm realizing now, or in this last week, like that is not true. And also everything is what you make it, which I've already knew, but having that experience for myself, I'm realizing like I don't hate this. I don't hate this. I've been door dashing on and off for a few months now. Now I want it to be a consistent thing so that I can just know for sure this is a consistent stream of income. And I'm excited about that. Like I really don't feel, that sense of shame anymore. And I think maybe I was putting a pressure on myself also from the lens of what I feel other people, would think of me dashing, and what other people might think of doing like gig work like this or something like this. But I'm alone in my car right now. It's quiet in here. When I wasn't doing this video, I was listening to other things that inspire me. This lady Mandy Tang has a channel on YouTube, and I just love the way she speaks, and it just feels like it goes straight to my spirit and feeds me. And I found a bunch of people on YouTube that speak to my spirit and that I can listen to while I'm dashing, while I'm getting up in the morning, while I'm trading. And I'm also able to use funds made from DoorDash to fund my trading. So it's like, where's the loss in doing this? I used to be working in hotels, not owning my time, not being able to wear what I wanted to wear, not being able to have earbuds in and listen to what I wanted to listen to. I had to deal with so much of this hierarchy of importance, so many politics, having to be politically correct, having to leave my blackness at the door because it makes people uncomfortable. I don't have to do that shit because I'm door dashing, and I can still make as much as I used to make or more, depending on how much I was working. And I still get to go home and be with my family when I want to. If I want to go home, I'm gonna go home. So it's actually like, how was this a loss? I'm realizing it was all just societal impact, societal opinion. Even the thing about, me not being where I wanted to be by now. Who said that? Like, who said I was supposed to be at a certain place? And then separately from that, I've done so much in this last year. And I want to start my next year, because I just turned 31 last month. So this year of being 31, I'm going to be proud of myself first. And not, I feel like I've spent the last 5 years, really my whole life, but 5 years specifically, like working super hard and also not being proud of it. Not being proud of how much intention, how much consistency, how much dreaming I did, how many things I made come out of nothing. Like, I've done a lot, and I'm proud of myself, and I will continue to be proud of myself. What can come from me not being proud of myself? How can I compound that into something good appreciate myself for what I already did and the work I already put in to be the person that I want to be. And I think I just have so many goals that it's like, even when one thing is doing well, because the other things might not be where I would want it to be, I'm like, okay, well, now you got to do this, now you got to do that. I've gone from being an Airbnb host for 3 years, 4 years, while also singing, trying to create music videos, performing places. And then in this last year, I learned how to trade, and I started taking it seriously pretty much exactly 1 year ago. August 21st was my first time passing a funded account and getting a funded account through PopFirm. That's the main way I've traded. And I did it 1 year ago, and I have gotten paid multiple times from trading. It's just not in the way that I would like yet. But this is my first year. Like, I did it in a year. What is the second year gonna be like? If I already did all this in 1 year of taking it seriously and going through the trial and error and going through learning, what could have been done better in certain situations. Like, I'm so proud of myself. And I've also been a good wife. I've also been a good mom. I've also been a good person. There are things I could improve in all of my relationships, but I'm not going to be too hard on myself because I'm working so hard. Even when I'm not working, it is mental work and mental energy to remain the person that can call these type of blessings in, call these type of things in. There's times when I've been on my last dime and some money will come through unexpectedly that puts me completely back into a place of prosperity. And that is because of who I am. Like, even when somebody helps me, and that's also been something that I guess has been a source of shame, is that I have needed help. And this last year, even though I've gotten paid from trading, I've needed help financially to stay afloat multiple times. From my mom, from my partner. And I guess I wanted to be able to say I did everything by myself. I think I would have loved to say that. I would have loved to say, wow, look at how you did everything by yourself. Look at how you didn't need any help. Look at how you showed up and showed out and you didn't have to depend on anybody and all of these things. I wanted to say that. I wanted that to be my story, and it was not. I needed so much help. I needed a lot of things. I'm in debt. There's like a bunch of things that are not the way that I would have thought it would be, I guess, by this point in life. But when I reframe those things, a lot of people have also needed help from me. Financial help, or physical help, or mental help with their own growth. And I've been there for a lot of people. Even when I didn't have it to give, I still gave, and I still do give. And people know that they can come to me for anything, and that I'll show up in exactly the way that they needed or asked me to show up. And I think that is the reason God has continued to make sure that I'm good. Like, I will never go without, because I'm the kind of person who is always there when people need me. And I will continue to be that kind of person, that kind of spirit here on this earth. That's who I want to be. That's the impression I want to leave, is that I'm doing my best. And also, if you need me, I'm going to do my best for you, because I want to put out love into the world. And I don't give myself enough credit for that. Like, I'm a good person. I'm really a good person. Even when I'm not a good person and I'm being an asshole to people, I'm still reflecting on that. And I'm still working on how to be better, how to be the best in my relationships. I want to be a more intentional friend. I want to show up for people regardless of what I have going on, but it's a work in progress. I do want to be in a certain place financially by, a certain time, because I want to be able to do more for people while I'm in my 30s. Maybe, once I'm 50 or 60, I'll be like, I don't really have to do anything by this certain time, but I probably won't feel that way then either. But I just wanted to make this to say I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of all of us for not giving up, even when it looks like all of this was a terrible idea and I should have just got another job and stayed working for someone for like a definite check. I'm glad I didn't, and I'm glad I stuck it out. And I'm just excited to see who I'm gonna become next.